Welcome to the Library of Wisdom. Today, we delve into Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor from AD 161 to 180. Originally written in Greek and never meant for publication, these personal reflections have become a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism, with its focus on personal virtue, self-discipline, and acceptance of the uncontrollable, offers timeless insights into life's complexities. Join us as we explore Marcus Aurelius's profound reflections on life, death, and happiness, which remain as relevant today as they were 2 millennia ago. Chapter 1. When faced with criticism or mistreatment from others, there are two possible responses. Firstly, one can retaliate in kind, arguing that the other person is wrong. Alternatively, one can consider the possibility that the criticism is valid, acknowledge any mistakes, and strive to rectify them. In such situations, rather than harboring resentment, it is more productive to recognize that everyone makes mistakes. Just as others have kindly offered you the opportunity to improve when you erred, you should extend the same kindness to them. Approach the situation with compassion, offering constructive criticism without malice or a desire to impress bystanders. If your efforts are unsuccessful, reflect on the qualities that nature has endowed us with to counter such challenges. For example, kindness can temper cruelty. Few people are consistently unkind to themselves, yet they often exhibit cruelty when others make mistakes. Therefore, strive to be kind in all circumstances. If you inadvertently place your trust in a deceitful person, take responsibility for your error. Understand that there are deceitful individuals in the world, and it is unwise to expect them to be trustworthy. Remind yourself that encountering such individuals is inevitable but temporary. Choose to avoid them, forgive, and continue progressing. Remember, the harm a person inflicts is ultimately to their own soul. Your task is to remain virtuous and offer them the opportunity to change their ways. If they refuse, at the very least, allow them to refrain from further wrongdoing. The most effective response is not to mimic your adversary's behavior but to encourage them to emulate you or, failing that, to distance yourself from them. Ultimately, the choice is yours, as you have control over your own life. Chapter 2. The events in your life are heavily influenced by how you perceive them. This principle underpins much of our existence. While Marcus Aurelius' famous quote on this may not always ring entirely true, it serves as a crucial mental tool. When understood and applied correctly, it can greatly benefit your everyday life. Keep in mind that the impact of events on you is determined by your mind's interpretation, not the events themselves. You have the power to choose your perspective. Opt not to dwell on perceived losses but instead choose gratitude. For instance, if you get caught in the rain, getting angry at the weather or focusing on your wet clothes and body will only bring sadness. Alternatively, be thankful for the rain, which is essential for life, and embrace the experience. This shift in mindset can lead to happiness. By actively rejecting negative or unhelpful thoughts, you can maintain peace and contentment. Take charge of your mind, framing situations positively. After all, you are the one who constantly generates thoughts. Therefore, be mindful of the thoughts you allow to linger, as they influence your actions and, ultimately, your outcomes. Chapter 3. You possess both a body and a mind. Your mind, with its capacity for logic, is a unique advantage over other animals, enabling you to comprehend nature. It is your responsibility to recognize this gift and utilize it effectively. Despite knowing what you should do, you often fail to act. This lack of action stems from a lack of control over your mind. When you decide to act but do not follow through, your body presents reasons such as pain, sadness, fever, or hunger, discouraging you from changing. When faced with these obstacles, remind yourself that giving in to them means surrendering to suffering. Allowing your body to dictate your actions enslaves your mind, leading to greater distress. Regain control over your mind, only then can you begin to perform virtuous deeds. By aligning your actions with your core values and keeping them at the forefront of your mind, you can even earn the respect of those who currently disregard you. Chapter 4. In life, we often find ourselves acting on autopilot, engaging in actions without conscious thought. Many of these actions lack intrinsic value and are performed out of habit. This often leaves us feeling aimless and in need of purpose. In such moments, it is crucial to question whether we are engaging our minds actively or merely behaving instinctively, like children, tyrants, or animals. Understanding the motivation behind our actions is key. By exerting control over our actions and approaching tasks with thoughtful consideration, we can lead a more stress-free life. Failure to monitor our thoughts and actions can lead to increased dissatisfaction. Inner peace can be found by observing and acknowledging our thoughts, allowing us to transcend external events and find tranquility within ourselves. Chapter 5. We are interconnected. Resist anger and hatred toward those around you. Viewing everyone as intelligent and capable of offering assistance makes seeking help easier. Happiness involves not only doing what is right and encouraging others to do the same but also feeling love and forgiveness toward others. Recognize that everyone, including yourself, is human and prone to error. Ultimately, we will all face mortality. This shared human experience unites us. Fostering unity in society requires focusing on the positive attributes of those around you. Each person possesses unique abilities and talents that deserve recognition. When you seek motivation, consider these qualities. Reflect on the diverse skills and talents of those around you. One person may have energy, another may demonstrate politeness, and yet another may exhibit innovative thinking. Acknowledge the inherent goodness in each individual. Chapter 6. We tend to prioritize our own opinions over those of others, yet we often place greater importance on others' opinions. This lesson is not about arrogance but about trusting your judgment and acting accordingly. It is best to proceed with your actions regardless of how others may react, as you understand your motives and the rationale behind your decisions. You need not justify yourself to everyone. However, many seek validation and praise from others. To avoid excessive concern for external approval, Marcus Aurelius advises focusing on what truly matters. This entails being honest, staying dedicated to your work, and avoiding the temptation to pretend to be someone you are not. Instead, strive for continual improvement. It is more beneficial to correct mistakes than to deceive oneself. When refining your mindset, view it not as a loss but as an opportunity for noble improvement, leading to better outcomes. Do not change for the sake of pleasing others or succumbing to peer pressure. Remember, it is your responsibility to evolve your mindset, embrace growth, and respond to situations more effectively, ultimately influencing your life more than external opinions. This change is driven by your desire. Make a decision and initiate the transformation. Chapter 7. Respect everyone's freedom by learning to tolerate their freedom of expression. Instead of trying to control others, focus on controlling your reactions. Be open to hearing truths that may be difficult to accept. Listen attentively to others and try to empathize with their perspectives. Cultivate a habit of being mindful of others' words. Strive to uphold the principles of justice and equality under the law. Enlightened rulers understand that those in power must be aware of the deceit and dishonesty within their domain. If you find yourself in a position of authority, remember this and remain vigilant against autocracy. Ascending to power should not transform you into a dictator but should instead reinforce your humanity, respecting the freedoms and emotions of others. Evaluate every action in terms of self-respect. Ensure that your actions align with your values, avoiding actions that may lead to regret. Discard any thoughts or impulses that conflict with your beliefs. Uphold ethical standards, especially in moments of anger. Remember, exhibiting sensitivity and kindness defines your character. People with these qualities possess true strength and bravery. They neither tyrannize others nor allow themselves to be enslaved. Regardless of circumstances, refrain from complaining. If possible, fulfill your duties without complaint and address the underlying issues causing dissatisfaction. Chapter 8. When faced with adversity, choose to see the silver lining. Consider the new opportunities that arise and acknowledge how your perspective can impact your emotional response. When confronted with a challenge, pause and reflect. By approaching obstacles with a positive mindset, you can derive great benefit. Viewing obstacles as opportunities helps align your mind with your goals. Every setback becomes a path forward. Each event presents new possibilities. When faced with adversity, train yourself to see the potential for growth and transformation. Understand that nature or the universe operates impartially. Occasionally, it will present challenges that disrupt your life. Embrace this reality. Failures and hardships are inevitable aspects of life. They are experiences shared by all. Rather than hoping to avoid them, pray for the strength and resilience to face them with grace. By cultivating inner strength, you can navigate life's challenges like a sturdy rock resisting the crashing waves. Each trial strengthens your character, making future hardships easier to endure. Difficulties serve as opportunities to test yourself and emerge stronger, leading to personal growth and resilience. Therefore, in times of trouble, see them not as sources of sorrow but as paths to courage and fortitude. Chapter 9. The universe is in a constant state of change. There is nothing truly new under the sun. Others have faced and overcome challenges similar to yours. While society and technology have advanced, the essence of the human condition remains unchanged. People will betray you, just as they have in the past, yet friendships can endure a lifetime. The pursuit of promotion and fear of failure are experiences shared by all humanity, albeit in different forms. Rather than succumbing to anger, surprise, or blame when faced with setbacks, focus on what truly matters. Consider those who have faced similar challenges and observe where they are now. If their outcomes align with your aspirations, emulate their approach. Otherwise, reassess your strategy. Maintain a clear vision of who you want to become, avoiding distractions. Stay committed and resolute in your decisions. To find peace, prioritize quality over quantity in your actions, treating each task as if it were your last. Cease aimless pursuits and refrain from allowing your emotions to control your thoughts. Free yourself from unnecessary worries and focus on the present moment. Approach each task as if it were your final opportunity. Discard fanciful thoughts and ground yourself in reality through disciplined practice. Use frustrating experiences as opportunities for learning and growth. Instead of fixating on aspects of your physical appearance that you cannot change, concentrate on cultivating qualities that are within your control. Chapter 10. If you believe your work is right, but others resist, do not waste time arguing. Ensure your actions are fair, and do not seek recognition for them. Persist in doing good deeds, for they will be remembered. Perform virtuous acts in the hope of future benefits, as such actions lead to a fulfilling life. True happiness and peace stem from selfless work, guided by virtue. Remain steadfast in your pursuit of goodness, unaffected by the negative actions of others. Set achievable goals and celebrate small victories while continually striving for improvement. Persistence in virtuous endeavors, despite obstacles, will eventually lead to success. Do not tether your well-being to others' opinions, as even good deeds may sometimes be met with disdain. Stay focused on your path, seeking praise only through your unwavering commitment to doing good. Let the desire to do good remain your driving force, and do not allow others to sway you from your course. Chapter 11. The time for action is now, as death draws nearer for us all. Reflect on every important aspect of your life and make decisions with clarity. Emphasize the importance of honesty, courage, self-control, and, above all, taking practical steps. Recall the times you have procrastinated, squandering numerous opportunities. Recognize the limited nature of time, it is finite and steadily diminishing. Cease seeking validation from others and commit to taking action immediately. Do not live as though you have endless chances. Strive for improvement while you are alive, as death looms, and aim to face it with grace. Opting for such a mindset will alleviate the inner turmoil you believe you are enduring, as you are choosing a brighter future over present discomfort. Regard yourself as already departed, you have lived your life, and what remains is bestowed upon you for a purpose. Embrace this opportunity and live it meaningfully. Chapter 12. Intelligence alone cannot shield you from life's upheavals. At some juncture, circumstances will throw you off balance. In such moments, strive to regain your equilibrium before moving forward. Practice this skill regularly to improve. When faced with upsetting situations, swiftly return to center and work toward restoring balance. Consistent practice will lead to a greater sense of harmony. There will be times when you falter and revert to old habits. In these instances, identify your balance point and focus on returning to the present moment. Disregard the voice urging you to give up. Through wise and ethical actions, you can re-establish your equilibrium. Fully commit to your work or purpose, resisting the allure of vanity and ostentation, which can impede your progress. Whenever distractions threaten to derail you, refocus on your path. Chapter 13. Your perception of things determines their control over you. By seeing things as they truly are, you can diminish their hold on you. Wine is simply fermented grape juice, and the purple garments worn by the emperor's courtiers are nothing more than wool dyed with the secretions of shellfish. This principle extends beyond physical objects to encompass our actions and behaviors. Consider the choices made by even the most rational individuals, what they embrace and what they shun. Visualize a person's soul laid bare, revealing their emotions such as love, anger, and pride. Reflect on whether these emotions have any tangible effect. Can praise truly benefit someone? Would you seek the admiration of a person who berates themselves regularly? Do you strive to please someone who remains unhappy, regardless of your efforts? Through mindfulness, you can discern the true nature of individuals, freeing yourself from the stress of trying to influence them. Chapter 14. Money, in itself, is neither good nor bad, its value lies in how you use it. The concept of money as a means to acquire material possessions can lead to a cluttered and stressful life. Therefore, it's important to recognize that possessions do not define your worth. True wealth lies in your personal qualities. Appreciate your mind and the possessions you currently have, finding contentment in them. If you cannot resist acquiring unnecessary things, you will never experience true freedom, always fearing loss or feeling envious. Those solely focused on money are misguided, as are those who feel guilty about possessing it. Earn as much money as you desire, but ensure it does not control you. Learn to manage money wisely, but also be prepared to find happiness even without it. If money is abundant, see it as a tool for living rather than a source of pride. Reflect on the possessions you value most and consider how much you would miss them if they were gone. Remain mindful and avoid becoming overly attached to money or any material possessions. Be grateful for what you have and be prepared to maintain your composure even if it is lost. Chapter 15. Many of us possess admirable qualities such as character improvement, positive thinking, kindness, generosity, and a strong moral compass. We strive to be happy, spread joy, prioritize education, and maintain simplicity in communication. We value freedom of speech, seek reconciliation with those we've quarreled with, and strive for a purpose-driven life while avoiding distractions. It's important to make decisions based on rationality rather than emotions. If we possess these qualities, we should be grateful. If not, we should strive to incorporate them into our lives and then express gratitude. We should show appreciation without compromising our self-respect, avoid boasting, refrain from making excuses, and respect our teachers. In our interactions with children, we should model the behavior we wish to see in them and strive to help others continually improve. It's crucial to have a role model and aspire to emulate their qualities. As discussed earlier, we should not be dismayed when others err but correct them if possible, or accept their behavior if they are obstinate. We must remain steadfast in our values and not be surprised by the misdeeds of others, as humans are fallible. Forgiveness is necessary, as many wrongdoings stem from ignorance. Marcus Aurelius emphasized our interconnectedness as social beings, advocating for giving others a chance to rectify their mistakes, as long as they do not endanger society. Both good and bad individuals are integral parts of the universal order, meant to interact and assist one another. Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, believed in the interconnectedness of all living beings. Harming one person ultimately harms all and oneself. It is unnatural to disrespect others unnecessarily or to avoid them. Instead of fault-finding, we should first consider our own responsibilities, which can reduce the tendency to blame others. Rather than blame and resentment, focus on self-improvement. So, friends, this concludes our summary of meditations. Let's recap the key lessons we've learned for easy remembrance. 1. Your interpretation shapes your reality. Viewing challenges as opportunities can transform them into promising prospects. 2. Master your mind's emotions and stay committed to your decisions. 3. Embrace continual improvement. 4. Respect others' freedom of expression. 5. Embrace challenges as a natural part of life. 6. Be pragmatic and deal with present realities. 7. Focus on doing what's right, even in the face of opposition. 8. Fulfill your duties diligently. 9. Understand that money is neutral, it's your actions that define its impact. 10. Focus on your own life, avoid wasting time on the affairs of others. Let these principles guide you on your path to wisdom and fulfillment.